is, and again, I'll demo it on the next day, is you collect a video, you start your video collection at the same time. Well, you don't even have to do it at the same time, but so your video is collecting of whatever event that you're trying to collect on your Dartfish Easy Tag on your iPad or iPhone. You start the clock and then you start your tagging. So as you're watching, and you don't have to be watching through your viewfinder, you're watching the game live as well too, as your video camera is recording the action, you are tagging. So in this situation where you're going to videotape ourselves doing a bunch of different skills, I guess if you will, as we were standing in this room, and then as the skills being performed. In Easy Tag, you could set up the pre-roll and duration as well too. So you would be tagging, tag. You would finish that tagging on the iPad, and then you would email yourself, I think it's a CSV file, and then you would bring that to your computer, you would put the video on your computer, and then you would coordinate the two right here in the tagging, and then your tags would appear right here. So we'll demo that on the next day. Any questions about what we've shown so far? Origin, destination, zone tool. Talked about the tagging panel, customizing the tagging panel. And now I'm going to talk for the next little while about sharing information, different ways of being able to now take this content and do something with it. Okay? So, I'm going to use this as an example. Like I said, we have 174 tags. We have shot for, shots against. We have blocked, missed nets. So let's do MISSED. So there's a bunch of missed nets here. And if I click on any one of these columns, you can sort things by name, by ascending, descending order, by whatever you want to. So these are the 6 shots for that missed the net. Okay, and again, I can play any one of these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, as a coach, I want to look at the shots for that we shot that we missed the net, and I want to do something with that. Okay, I want to create a summary of these video clips. I want to share it with people, so I'll show you different ways of doing that. Okay, so we have these 6 clips that we have selected. I am going to click on storyboard here. There's a button called storyboard, and remember the term storyboard was actually used in the analyzer module when we were doing analysis. So if I click on storyboard, it comes up with this window and asks me, select the range of events to be added, so we can do all the events, or the selected ones. Well, we want the selected ones because we only want to do these 6 shot 4s that missed the net. And we want to always clear the storyboard if there's anything in the storyboard, and open storyboard in Analyzer. So we click on those 2, and when we click on OK, it's going to flip to the Analyzer module from the tagging module. It's going to take those 6 clips and put them in the different pages of the storyboard. It hasn't really done anything with these videos, but these are my 6, now in the Analyzer module, my 6 clips of the missed shots. Okay. At this point in time, if we wanted to, I don't know, put some text on top of here, we could do that. Missed net type shot. So we can put it on one of the videos, and if we want to copy and paste it on the other videos as well too, we can copy and paste it. Want to do something like that. And at this point in time, we can also put the Canadian Blind Sports Association logo on here. You can do whatever you want to. So we have these little 6-second clips. Really, they aren't re-rendered videos or recreated videos yet. They're just part of the tags of that original video that Dartfish is bringing in here. So if we want to create a movie, we just click on movie here within the Analyzer module. We have the 6 clips, so we can select 3 of them or 4 of them or whatever we want to, but let's select all 6. We click on next. We re-render. We can re-render in half speed or quarter speed. Let's just do 1x speed, which is full speed. That's called test shot missed. And we'll put it on the desktop. And now it takes these 6 videos, these little 6-second clips, and we'll create one video based on those 6 videos. Okay? And it's going to take probably a couple minutes to do, according to this percentage thing. So I am right now saving this 6-second clips into one video. And this video now can be put onto an iPad or shared or put on Dropbox or whatever you want to do to share these videos. So now I'm creating basically a highlight reel or a low light reel of missed shots by us. So once this is created and re-rendered, I'll just open it up. I can open it up in Windows Media Player, whatever I want to. And then this is an example of one way of sharing information.
And with this, it'll save, like if you're doing any drawings or anything, it'll save all that information
Yep.
in there.
Yeah. I mean, you can do some pretty, after this is done rendering, I'll do a couple of fun things on top of these videos here, like you said, kind of drawings, or, maybe I'll track the ball or do something like that.
Can you do text that shows up at time intervals? I forget.
You can do text that fades in and fades out.
Yeah, so like you can set it to this time on the clock. So
Yep.
like you can have a video of, say they're doing 3 tricks in a row on 3 different jumps.
Yep.
You can have the text pop up for 3 seconds that says this is what you need to work on this jump, and then
Exactly.
it goes to the next jump. Right?
Exactly. So you can do what's called fade in, fade out. You can fade in, fade out, whatever you want to. So by right-clicking, and after this is done, I'll show you those examples. These are all great questions that you can fade in, fade out. And the fade in, fade out can be of different gradients. You can fade in, fade out slow, medium, or fast. So it can pop up, or it can sort of fade in and fade out. So it can pop up fast, pop out fast. So there's different ways of doing that editing. So I'll do some, you can fade in, fade out text, lines, angles, whatever kind of graphic you put on top of there, you can fade in, fade out there.
How about another clip?
No. You can't fade in a whole clip,
Yeah.
but can you fade in, fade out an image? I think you might be able to. Like,
That would be cool.
That would
Then
be
you can
super
have just like the,
yeah. You can fade in, fade out an image video. I'm gonna try it right now after this is done. I'm just gonna bring a logo or whatever kind of image in. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if I can fade in, fade out an image. I've never tried that before.
but you could save an overlap video anyways.
Yeah, exactly. You can put up to 4 videos if you wanted to.
Crazy. I think you could like watch your video, you're doing the full trick in slow-mo, and then at the key points, you see a fade in image of who did it perfectly.
Yeah. Or you can do a slow motion of the trick.
Yeah.
Where I showed you guys, when you guys weren't here last week, we went over slow motion and simulcam, some of the other things we went over last year. But you can do slow motion, save that video, and then bring that video back into the analyzer module. Because it would just be a re-rendered video of a slow motion.
Yeah.
Okay, so this video is just saved here, and it'll open up in Windows Media Player. So it's just back-to-back each of the shots. Now this video was saved in pretty high quality, like the highest definition quality. That's why it took so long to re-render it. So you could reduce the size of the video file and the rendering time. So for example, this video of 6-second clips is 110 megabytes. It's not emailable by any means right now, but posting it onto Dropbox. But a bunch of these little 6-second clips you can see can, 10 of them would be a gigabyte, right? So videos can become quite large very quickly.
What was that shot with, did you say? What was it filmed with?
I don't know. Was it a high def camera? I'm guessing. Yeah. I don't even know what
think
kind.
so.
Yeah, just a Sony or JVC or whatever, but I think it's high def video format. So. I'd go back to the original clip, like the rendering of this. You can, when you right click on the properties of the video, it's MP4, 1920 by 1080 is the actual resolution of that re-rendered video. And that's because that's what I asked it to do within Dartfish. You could reduce the resolution, and I think I might have pretty quickly skipped a step, but if I could just go to movie, I'll show you where that step is. So right here is where that step was. So I've asked it to do MPEG-4 high definition, which Dartfish defines for the users as users wishing to retain the quality of the typical high definition video resolution, frame rate, and interlacing of the source video is retained. It is a high quality compression format that you're using. So you're trying to retain all the original quality of that original high definition video. If I click on this and I go to H.264 MPEG-4 SD with standard definition, you will, reduce the quality of that video. Basically, that's what it's telling you. I can even go to H.264 mobile. MPEG-4 used to produce video suitable for mobile devices. If I was to re-render this video in this format, let's just do it. Because I want you to see the difference in quality. So the rendering will go a lot faster. And you'll see when I open up this video in Windows Media Player, it'll be really grainy. But it's because I have this big screen that's being projected on even a bigger screen. If you're using that resolution on your phone, it probably would be sufficient because you have a lot less pixels in there. So now this file size is probably, I would guess, less than 10 megabytes. So let's check it out. So this one now is 4.89 megabytes. The other one was 100. But this is what it looks like. Not too bad. But you can see the resolution in the quality of the misstep, but it isn't too bad. I mean, you get it might just do, right? But definitely take a look at that one. You can see the pixelation, and then take a look at this one. To me, it's a little clearer. But you saved 95 megabytes right now. So Dartfish has those different options of doing those different compressions, and you can play around with what one works for you in terms of the compression. So, okay, let's try in here. Let's, for example, I'm just going to insert this goal ball court image just as an image. This is, I'm going to, oh, you can fade it in. Fade in, hold on a sec. So I'm going to, let me cut it here. So you have to go to a part of the video, and then you bring your image in, and when you bring your image or whatever you're bringing in, this is when I'm going to fade it in. I'll do an immediate fade in, and then moving there, I'm going to do a fade out, which is going to be a medium fade out. So as I go to the beginning of this video, that image is gone now because it appears somewhere later on. And as I play it, it's going to appear and then fade out. Okay? So I've never done that with an image. That's kind of cool. But you can do it with an image, you can do it with whatever you want to. So if I wanted to now fade in, say, this player. So who's that? Do you know who that is? Just Nancy. So I'm going to put Nancy's name on there, for example. I'm going to change the font size because it's just too big right now. It's still. I see something like that. So Nancy's there, and I'm also going to change the opacity. You can change the, oh, that's letters, so I don't want to do that. I don't do the fill. So I'm going to make that sort of lighter so you can see Nancy. So Nancy, I'm going to fade in medium. I'm going to track the object, which is Nancy's name, as she moves. Let's see how well that works. So track it. So as she's, no, she's not to that. Nancy. Now that doesn't work too well. Let me delete Nancy here. Retract the ball. So here I'm going to put a marker on the ball, and I'm going to track the ball. That doesn't work too well. Not a very good tracking. So I was going to track the ball. I was going to try and do a fade in, fade out of the ball. We can do some quick videos of throwing a ball in the air or whatever. Did I show you the tracking features before? I did in October. We were doing some stuff, I think. Did somebody bring in their skateboard and they were doing some tricks and stuff like that? Who do we have doing ollies?
Coaches.
So, okay, so you can fade in, fade out, and anything that you do now, so say this image was the one that was fade in, fade out. So if I create a movie now of that, and I'll just clear all, but I just select like the first one, right? Just to create a video of. And I'll do it, yeah, I'll do it mobile-wise just to be fast. So it re-rendered that video, and then that video looks like. So yeah, so you have that video with. See the quality of that when it came in? It's pretty ugly. But now I'm just going to do that again. We'll do it the high definition. We'll see what it looks like. So we'll do the HD 264. Here? See it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
It's the HP.
So
It's
that's
heating up,
mine,
it's
yeah.
scares.
That's pretty good today,
Explore your
actually.
book. Yeah, yours is pretty quiet.
Yeah,
Mine's a
it's
little
having a
noisy.
good day.
Okay, so this is the last re-rendering. So the image is clear, right? You can see the difference. But again, the sizes of those two files, I mean, this one, the clear one is 18 megabytes, and then the non-clear one is, oh, no, I was wrong. It's right here. And the non-clear one is like less than a megabyte, 852 kilobytes. So. Any more questions? Any ideas? Usually if you have an idea that you want implemented, I always tell people typically Dartfish has a way of doing it. So if you have any other ideas on what you might want it to do, then sort them out and we'll see if we can make it work. Okay, so that's a way of sharing the content. You have it in the analyzer module. You can create highlight reels for whatever you want to. Do some whatever.
Can you set up the page so that the image is smaller and you can have your notes on like a black background, white text, or white black background, black text kind of thing?
Can you make the image smaller?
Yeah, like just,
This?
yeah.
Well, you can put notes on top of this anywhere you want to in any font size you want to.
Yeah, but you can you like actually like say you take your video that you're gonna send so that they get a video that's actually reduced over to the right with a column with notes on the left. The image size, or like
I know what you're
image
saying,
size.
yeah. No, anything that's posted has to be on top of the video in terms of any kind of text, anything that you do. Now,
Just fill the background.
yeah. Now, when you send information, well, hold on a second here.
So with, what I do with UberSense is it has a section for notes.
So here's the description section right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just expanded this, and this is for this video, right? And there are some keywords that are associated with this. This is for purposes of this, and there's a label. So this first label could be shot 1. It all says shot 4 right now. You could change the label to say shot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So you just change the label of that video, and this is the description. However, that description only goes when you create a media book.
Yeah.
Okay? When you're clicking on now, I just clicked on movie.
Yeah.
The next step I want to show you guys is the whole idea of the media book. And the media book can be saved in its independent format to be watched by a viewer on the other end, as long as they have something called a Dart Viewer.
Yeah.
And the Dart Viewer is a free application they can download from various different sites that they can watch on their computer.
Okay.
You can only watch on a PC. You can't watch on a
Yeah.
Mac. Dart Viewer is not an application for a Mac computer.
But
So
don't
that's
we
one
have to
disadvantage.
have that dark TV?
Dart
in
Express
order
is
for-
though, isn't it on?
Huh?
Dart Express is on the iPad. Can't you put that on the Mac?
No.
No?
No, just on the iPad. iPhone is Dartfish Express.
But they'll be able to view the.
So they can view it on their phones though?
No. It's a package that, and I'll show this to you, right? I'll demonstrate this to you. So
Yeah.
it's probably the easiest. So here, like I said, you can change, if you change that to shot 1, then this video is going to actually change to shot 1, shot 2, whatever. So you can change that, and then if I add description, adding notes to this video, okay? Now you can add notes to the video is one thing each step. But the second thing you can do is I can add audio comments to the video.
Yeah.
And again, this whole package is for the media book or for Dartfish TV.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're actually posting on Dartfish TV. So all this content that is being wrapped around this video and analysis is made specifically for some sort of Dartfish end user application that they need. Okay, either Dart Viewer or that they have access to the Dartfish TV channel. So I'll demonstrate this, and I'm sure you'll have lots more questions. So I'm adding notes to that video, and I add more notes to this video, okay? And then additionally to these 2 videos, I'll add some audio comments. And I did demonstrate this before the audio comment stuff, didn't I? So I'm adding audio comments to this video, blah, 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 blah. So I'm adding audio comments to this video, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, and then I can add more audio comments. Adding more comments on the end of my blah, 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 blah. So I'm adding audio comments to this video, blah, 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 blah. Adding more comments on the end of my blah, 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 blah. So you can add your descriptive comments, your audio comments, and now all that stuff, if I click on the movie button, isn't going to be captured. It's just the content of whatever graphical stuff I've done on top of it. But if I click on Media Book, it's going to give me a few different options to how I want to save that media book. The first option is Dartfish TV. I won't demonstrate that yet. I'll demonstrate the My Computer option. My Computer option, this is before Dartfish TV years ago. Dartfish had a format which is called .dpa, which is the media book format. And the media books would be shared if I was emailing or burning a DPA file onto a CD and giving it to somebody, a coach or an athlete. They would need Dart Viewer installed on their PC to watch this. Okay. Now, the other way that they don't need it is if I click on My Computer and I click on Next, it says, okay, similar thing to what you saw in the movie. Do you want to take all these 6 clips? Sure. Actually, let's only take the first 2, just for time purposes, because those are the ones that have some comments on there. So I'm going to take those 2. So it actually asked me for a file name here. So test media book. Okay. You can put a title on here. So this is the title of, missed shots for us. And you can put a logo on there as well too. Your organization logo. Add a high quality full screen video. Just makes the file size bigger. But here's where the option is where you can save for use with Dart Viewer, or you can save MediaBook for use with Internet Browser. So if you wanted the person on the other end needing for them to actually watch it on Dart Viewer, by using the Dart Viewer, you would click on that option. Save MediaBook for use with Internet Browser, you can do that, which it creates a folder for HTML. And I'll demonstrate those two. Right? So on the other end, they don't necessarily need a Dart Viewer application if you save it in this format. Okay? So I'll save it in Dart Viewer format first of all. And these are different compression profiles right now, and I'll save it to my desktop. Okay. So on my desktop right now, there's this little dartfish looky thingy. And this is a .dpa file, okay? If I didn't have Dartfish on my computer, if you guys all have Dartfish on your computers, you can open this up because inherently you don't need the Dart Viewer application because you have Dartfish on your computer. So if I open this up and somebody has Dartfish on their computer, they would see just this, okay? No! So here's the comments I made, adding notes to this video. Here's the audio comments I made.
So I'm adding audio comments to this video, blah, 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 blah. Adding more comments on the end of my blah, 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 blah.
And here we have our different shots from our drop-down menu. Okay? So shot 1, shot 2. And we haven't done any key positions, so I'm not going to go slideshow with you. If you had a logo, the logo would appear here. So this is the package, right? You have the video, you have your comments, you have your audio comments. It's all captured in this .dpa file or Dartfish Media. Okay? That is one file. Now, if I wanted to save that media book again to my computer, and I just save those two videos, and this time I do everything the same, test media book 2, and I save it this time with viewing with Internet Browser. I'm not going to change anything there. I'll leave it on my desktop.
The length of your audio clip, put it down there, 7.9.
Sorry, where?
When you did the audio?
Yes.
The length of it?
Yeah,
Both of
7.9
them?
seconds.
Both
Both of them together. Yeah. So it's actually at 7.9 of 7.9 seconds. It's at the end of the audio clip. So I close, and now on my, here it is. It's a folder. Okay. So this creates a Dart clip analyzer file in one package. This creates a folder because it's HTML based. I would open up that folder and actually open up, oh no, what's out there? Closed. Test media 2 now. And I open this up.
So I'm adding audio comments to.
I've never done this. Why is it called performance analysis? This one? Thank you. So this is an HTML based, but again, I had a little difficulty if you were to share this with somebody. I mean, you could tell them to click on the little Google Chrome, but by default, my computer is defaulting to Google Chrome as my internet browser. But it has the same functionality, right? So you don't need.
So I'm adding audio comments to this video.
So it opened it up in an actual web browser.
Okay.
So this you could use on a Mac. I mean, Safari would support it and other things like that.
So you have to click on the speech bubble for the audio, or
Yes.
does the audio automatically
You have to
work?
So
click on
I'm
the
adding-
speech bubble.
Can you record the audio on the video? Because that would be easier, because then you wouldn't have to worry about the coach having it or not. You
Yeah.
just have, be just a file, a video
Yeah.
file with.
Yep, and I haven't introduced this yet, but maybe next class I will.
Yeah.
No, these are all
Get it
great
out of the way
questions. These are all great questions. You can do that using the analysis recorder. So the analysis recorder is a tab within the analyzer module. The analysis recorder records whatever keystrokes you're doing when you're analyzing that video, and we'll put voiceover
Right.
and re-render a video of your screen and what you're doing on your screen. Okay? So if you're ever doing analysis, you can use the analysis recorder. That's another way of doing it. I'll demonstrate that next class.
Okay.
Okay?
So does it say for internet browser, if, then they could even watch on their phone?
Yes, they could. Should be able to. If you get this folder, well,
They just-
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you could just do that on Dropbox, could you not? With just video.
Could, yeah. I don't know.
Because I mean, I can look at videos on my cell phone from Dropbox.
You should be
Anything,
able to.
really.
You should be able
As
to.
long as it's the right format.
Yeah.
Does it work? with-
Dartfish just implemented this HTML-based Dart viewer because the main